The first light of day brought no respite to Niko Bellic. Just as he was trying to process the grim event of his impromptu getaway, his phone buzzed with a text message. It was Roman, urgent and devoid of detail. Come to Depot now. Need help. No explanation, no hint of what fresh disaster had befallen his eternally optimistic cousin. A familiar knot of concern, laced with a growing exasperation, tightened in Niko's stomach. With a heavy sigh, Niko found himself once again behind the wheel of a cab, pointed towards the ramshackle taxi depot in Hove Beach. Niko burst into the taxi depot, the tense silence pierced by the sight of two intimidating figures, Dardan and Bledar, menacingly cornering Roman. Without warning, Bledar violently smashed the computer monitor to the floor. Roman flinched, his pleas cut short as Dardan produced a knife, pressing it against Roman's throat. It was at this moment Niko stepped in. In a swift, brutal motion, Niko twisted Dardan's arm, forcing him to the floor, the knife clattering away. Bledar quickly tended to his injured associate. Niko's voice rose, "Get out of here now. And if you come back, I'll kill you. You understand?" "What did you do?" Roman exclaimed, surveying the mess. "He was going to stab me," Niko retorted. "Now he's going to kill you," Roman wailed. Niko stood amidst the wreckage of the depot, the chilling reality sinking in. He was now irrevocably deep in the dark, dangerous web of Liberty City's underworld. Just then, Roman's phone rang. It was Mallory. After a brief, exasperated conversation, Roman abruptly ended the call. "Can you do me a favor?" Roman asked, turning to Niko. "Mallory needs a lift from the Hove Beach subway station. Take the cab. She's got a friend with her. Maybe someone you can date." With a heavy heart and the bitter taste of deception, Niko once again got behind the wheel of Roman's battered cab. He drove towards the Hove Beach subway station, the city's indifferent sprawl reflecting his own mounting frustrations. He was just doing a favor, a simple pickup, but as he navigated the unfamiliar streets, a chilling premonition settled over him. He had no idea that this seemingly routine errand was about to pull him even deeper into Liberty City's dangerous undercurrents, leading him directly to people who would forever alter the course of his life. A cab to a stop outside the Hove Beach subway station. Amidst the swirling crowd, he quickly spotted Mallory, Roman's girlfriend, her kind smile a welcome sight. Beside her stood another woman, her presence immediately catching Niko's eye. They both got into the back seat, and Mallory, ever cheerful, introduced her friend, Michelle. As Niko navigated away from the station, Michelle chimed in, "Could you drop me off at Mohawk Avenue, please?" Niko nodded, a flicker of curiosity about this new passenger now accompanying the hum of the engine. He didn't know it yet, but this seemingly simple ride was about to open an entirely new, unforeseen chapter in his tumultuous life in Liberty City. The drive to Mohawk Avenue was largely silent, filled with the hum of the engine and the unspoken curiosities of a new encounter. As Niko pulled up to Michelle's stop, she offered a warm smile. "Thanks for the ride," she said, her voice friendly. Then, with a casualness that struck Niko as oddly forward, she added, "Give me a call sometime." Niko watched her go, a flicker of surprise crossing his face. It seemed strange to him that a complete stranger would immediately attempt such a direct overture of friendship, or perhaps something more, in a city where genuine connections felt scarce. Yet, despite his initial bewilderment, the idea of a new, potentially uncomplicated connection in this turbulent city was unexpectedly appealing. He simply nodded, a silent acceptance of her request, wondering what this seemingly innocent encounter might bring. A few days later, a call came through, and it was Michelle inviting him for a date. The prospect of a simple evening out, a momentary escape from Roman's chaotic life, was appealing. He drove to her apartment, expecting a modest, lived-in space. However, upon entering, Niko immediately noticed something peculiar. The apartment was pristine, almost sterile. Everything seemed brand new, as if she had just moved in, with an almost uncanny lack of personal clutter. Michelle explained this away with a casual laugh, claiming she was simply obsessed with cleanliness. But to Niko, a man with a finely tuned sense for deception and things being not quite right, there was a subtle, unsettling oddness about Michelle. A fleeting glance at some detail, a small inconsistency he couldn't quite pinpoint, made him instinctively feel that something was strange about her. It wasn't overt, but it lingered, a quiet discord in the otherwise perfectly arranged space. Despite his lingering suspicions, Niko found himself enjoying Michelle's company. He took her to a bowling alley, a surprisingly mundane activity amidst the chaos that had become his life. For a few hours, the usual anxieties about Roman's debts and the city's hidden dangers faded into the background. They laughed, they talked, and Niko, for a brief, fleeting moment, almost felt like a normal person on a normal date. He spent time with her, a rare reprieve from the relentless pressure. Michelle seemed genuinely interested in him, and her presence was a welcome distraction from the grimy realities he'd faced since arriving. He was trying to find a fresh start, and she seemed like a genuine, uncomplicated connection. Little did Niko know, even this seemingly innocent encounter in the vibrant, deceptive tapestry of Liberty City was woven with threads of lies and deceit, a pattern he was only just beginning to recognize. The city's true nature was far more insidious than he could ever have imagined, and Michelle, in ways he couldn't yet comprehend, was a part of it.